Well, hello again. Mike Madigan here. Today is January the 2nd, 2013. I was looking at my tennis article that I wrote. Came out in Tennis Match in April of 2000, this edition. And I wrote an article that I mentioned in my last YouTube called "To Open or Not to Open, That is the Question." And I started off by saying, pressure-packed, 3 to a can, they come to you as fresh as the day they leave the factory. Those are the words right off this unopened can of Dunlop Fort Tennis balls circa 1960 I have right here in my hand. What would you do if suddenly you came upon a solid, unopened tin, yes, they were tins in those days, of tournament-approved tennis balls, pressure-packed in mint condition? Would you open them? Keep them closed for another 40 years, I said then. Sell them? Write an article about them? Such is the dilemma I find myself in. And the article proceeded to continue talking about it. So here it is, 2 years after I did that last YouTube. This one's in high definition. So as you can see, if you listen, they are still in the can. The top key is still scotch taped the way it was originally. I found out, by the way, that they were not 1960. The research proved they were 1961. That's when this can came out, 1961. The can itself is still in mint condition. When I was doing this article in 2000, I was looking at this can here from 1999, also Dunlop Fort, unopened. Notice the pull-off top. They haven't done much since then. This is a 2006 can, same thing, pull-off top. You can see through the plastic now, but still pressure-packed. Same way. When I squeeze this tin, don't want to squeeze too hard. But yeah, still pressure-packed. And there's the key. And there's the, I don't know if you can actually see the writing. You probably can't see the writing there, even under high definition, but the can is still good, great, and I love that line, pressure packed 3 to a can, they come to you as fresh as the day they leave the factory. Well, here it is, 2013, all joking aside. As you can see from the first YouTube, different people said different things, and I joked about selling them for $20,000 and that sort of thing. But no, I still have them, and they're still pressure packed, I hope, still in mint condition. And the last person to ask me about this said, what did Dunlop say? Well, I approached Dunlop. They were wishy-washy about it. They didn't really make any serious comments about doing anything with them, so it's kind of like just resting there. But what would I like to do? I'd like to open them. It's 2013. They're 52 years old, unopened in the can. I know what you're thinking. If I open them, then the mystique is over and that's it. Fair enough. But, hey, like a bottle of wine aboard the Titanic. If you bring that up, experts say it's gone to vinegar, even though you think the longer the age of wine is, the better it is. But I was told it doesn't work that way. So same thing with tennis balls. If we leave them in here for 100 years, I'm sure they'll be dead and the air will finally enter or escape or whatever. But I think it's time to open them. And I'd like to do it. I'd like at least a retired pro out there to get on TV and put the key in the old little slit there and go, open them up. Hopefully they'll still be pressure packed. I'm quite sure they are, but I have no proof. I'd like someone to really take a couple of good smacks with them, a couple of serves, and then maybe open up a can from 1999, as well as a can from 2006 or a modern can from 2013. And I'd like to see how these obviously white tennis balls would compare to today's tennis ball. 1961, that's 52 years ago. So I asked the same question that I asked when I wrote that article. Do I treasure them open, or do I keep this treasure closed? That is the question. You know where I'm leaning to. I'd like to open them, but I don't want to open them. Even though last time I did this video, I talked about my great Jack Kramer racket. Still have it, but I have to admit I came across this Woody, Prince Woody, in mint condition. Not selling this. Great racket, and it is graphite reinforced, still made of wood, but graphite reinforced, and I'll tell you what, a great racket. As you can see, much bigger than the old wooden Jack Kramer, but even I've graduated to using a little more modern day racket. When I say modern day, this one here dates back probably to the 1970s, but great racket. But the real issue here is, what do I do with this tennis ball can unopened from 1961, Dunlop Fort? Well, you tell me. Last time I did this, I said my email was mike_madigan@yahoo.com. Same email, let me know. Or go to the bottom of this YouTube and jot your comments. But if you want to write me, it's Mike, M-I-K-E, _Madigan, M-A-D-I-G-A-N, @yahoo.com. Yahoo.com. And let me know what you think. And if there's anybody out there who knows a semi-pro or a pro that would love to crack this open, you know, on film, and have a go at it, I'd love to be there, obviously, and see how well they do. So, Dunlop Fort tennis balls. Go where you hit them, bounce the way you want them. Let's see if that's true. Let's see if this can is still under pressure. I believe it truly is. And let's see what these tennis balls do compared to today's tennis ball from 1961. Dunlop, are you true to your word? I believe you are. Let's have a look at these balls and see how they bounce. All right, so take care. God bless. If you have any comments, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And Dunlop Fort, good tennis ball from 1961. Hopefully we'll see what happens. All right, take care.